Today, I want to talk about leaving people behind. I'm talking about this because so many times we try to hold on to people. I went through a really difficult experience. I'm still having that really difficult experience. I'm just, let's say, navigating the big wave. I became a single mom while being pregnant of my second child, and my first child was just 1 year and 2 months. So it was really, really difficult for me to be carrying a baby while being pregnant, and I had to put myself into that really hard experience just because I was not willing to continue holding on to people that were just looking for the best for themselves. So in many, many situations in life, we love people, especially, empaths and, sensitive people. We love with our open heart. And so many times that love is so big that can blind ourselves and we don't see clearly the red flags, because the red flags are always there. We can see them from the very beginning. I will go even deeper. The reason why you had the first argument in your relationship, that very first hard, strong, like the biggest fight, like the first one, that's the reason why you are going to break up in a few years. So many times we see the red flag signs the very beginning and we keep forgiving. We keep, hoping that this will change and this will, get better, and giving second chances and third chances. And people keep repeating those patterns, repeating those actions. But there is, a limit for everything. And the more we allow the same thing to be repeating and repeating, we get used to it and we normalize it. We get used to them and we allow them because, that's the way they are. So many times that's not fair. That's not what we actually deserve. Life is just one. Life is like a minute. And if we spend that minute allowing things that we are not willing to, it's like if we are betraying ourselves. From all my experience, the only thing that I regret is that I actually betrayed myself. I forgot about my own self. I forgot who I was. I forgot that I am worthy to be loved. I'm worthy to be a priority. I'm worthy to be all those things that I was asking other people to give me, but I was not giving those things to myself. And I feel like I needed to go through all that experience so I could share my insight from those hard experiences with all of you. Because I believe I'm not the only one. It's not that I believe, it's that I know. I have known so many, especially women, that have gone through similar situations, and many times we are so ashamed of going through those hard experiences. We don't allow ourselves to share because it's like that you did wrong to me. It's my fault. Now it's my fault that you are not good enough to be a husband or a father or a wife or whoever. We blame ourselves for the mistakes of other people many times. Or we put the shame of the mistakes of other people onto us. So we hide, we don't talk about those. And there is another part of this story. There is other people who, when share their story, they are the victim. So I'm the victim. I am, these people did this to me, these people did that to me. But the only healing we can do is when we accept that we were part of it. We made our part onto that. For this to happen, it needed your cooperation, your allowance. You allow it to. So I did allow myself to go through those experiences. I did forget about myself, and that's why I forgot about putting myself first, right? So when we see life from this perspective, we take ownership of what we did to ourselves, not what other people did and through their craziness or their actions or whatever, we allow ourselves to accept our own mistakes or about not even defending our own whatever we want, from the very beginning. Many times we know what we want, but we don't fight for that because, what if I lose this person? What if I, become very stubborn about what I want? Maybe that person will go away, right? At the end, it will go away because we are actually betraying ourselves, and our body will speak about. There was one situation where I was supposed to travel while being pregnant, and my body was, you know, rejecting that trip. I didn't know why, but I was going into the hospital every time, with a really hard pain in my belly, like while being, I don't know how many months pregnant, always thinking that I was losing my first child, and they say it was because of my fibroids, because I have the fibroids, right? So because of the fibroids, I was supposed to be having those really hard pains. They were talking about fibroids, red degeneration. Basically, my fibroid, it was 13 centimeters fibroid was dying while being, I don't know, maybe 28 weeks pregnant, something like that. It was the worst experience, I thought. At that time, that was the worst. But no, it could get worse. But at that time, I didn't know. So my body was speaking, not was shouting out loud to me, don't go. But I didn't know. I didn't know. I just, you know, closed my eyes to my intuition, to those really strong red flags that I was seeing during that pregnancy. And I actually gave birth, and I was, organizing and doing. For a moment, I remember I decided, no, we are going to do what I want to do. But that was not, you know, I couldn't see happiness into what I wanted to do. So I say, you know what? Let's do what we want to do. Okay? So after I had my first daughter, I decided to follow and say, let's go wherever you want to go, and forget about what I wanted really. The biggest mistake of my life made. So why I'm explaining this experience is because, again, so many times we put our intuition in mute so we can hold on to someone, either a friend, a family member, a partner, I don't know, whoever, even a colleague from work or a job. Even a job we do ourselves, we did that to ourselves, even for a job. So no, no, it's a big no-no. When we stop listening to what our bodies is trying to tell us, especially with sickness, when the body goes into this really crazy, unexplained, unexplained sickness, is a really big red flags for us. Like, what is my body trying to save me from? What is my body trying to take me out of? You know, let's ask ourselves those questions when we have those crazy sickness coming from nowhere. No one's know how to explain, especially medicine. Like, normal medicine doesn't have an answer for us. That is when we need to stop and listen to our bodies, because it knows better. This machine knows way better than our minds, and we don't listen. I hope this it will be helpful for you. If you have any questions, please lay it down. Or if you want, personal one-to-one guidance, talk about what's going on for you, please contact me. I'm gonna leave my contact details in the description below, and I hope to see you soon.